Let's bring out the starters for your Orlando Magic. At the shooting guard position, standing 6'5", number 3, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. At center, 6'10", number 34, Wendell Carter Jr. At guard, 6'4", number 4, Jalen Suggs. At forward, 6'10", number 22, Franz Wagner. At forward, 6'10", number 5, Paolo Banchero.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Hall of Famer David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines moments from now. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We'll see Powell and Leonard playing the forward spots. Chris Dunn is out there with Harden. And it's Zubac in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Magic, Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. And it's Carter in at the 5 down low. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Wagner outside. Pad to Banchero. Carter sets the pick for Banchero. From downtown, nailed from three-point land.
Excellent work in the screen and roll. Banchero solid at knowing when to shoot in those sets.
Harden against Suggs. Harden kicks to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. And there it is for him.
Such a strong wing. Kwai can more than handle his own down low.
And it's Orlando's ball. And here is Suggs. Stolen by Harden. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Pass to Leonard. Over Banchero. Leonard, no luck. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Magic lead by 1. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. We'll see Powell and Leonard playing the forward spots. Harden out there with Dunn, and it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Powell finds Leonard. Great defense that time from Banchero. Down low. And it's Carter missing.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
He's almost obsessed with drawing contact, and Harden has an endless number of ways to get to the line.
This is his first free throw of the game.
and 88 from the line a season ago. He was one of the best shooters in the league.
Throw good, James Harden.
And what's remarkable is how complete Harden's game is. Making shots or making passes, he can create points in a number of ways.
Harden hits them both.
Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line, and clearly not affected by the moment.
Suggs looking around. Pass to Banchero. Two on the clock. He lays it in. Banchero's got 5 points so far. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Magic out in front, leading by a point. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Joined by Coach Tyronn Lue. Coach, how do you think the team performed defensively in that first half?
Well, they got to a good start, but then I thought we settled in and started playing a little bit more defense.
Got locked in as the game went on. Thanks, Tyronn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Well, you have to like what we're seeing so far from Paolo Banchero.
There is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, he makes defenses look utterly helpless. It's like pick your poison trying to contain him.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. And it's Suggs in at the one. That's who's out there for Orlando.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
Banchero outside, inside, and then Carter with the dunk.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Harden the pass to Zubac. Here's Dunn. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Zubac against Carter. 5 on the clock. Zubac with the screen for Powell. Offensive rebound. And the dunk by Zubac. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Banchero inside. Ooh, offline. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Clippers lead by 1. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. offense. Here are the Magic. It's a one-point game. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, we'll see Powell and Leonard play in the forward spots. Dunn is out there with Harden, and it's Zubac in at the 5.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here.
It's time to get loud for the 407.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley was saying to the team. Now, Coach told his guys it's not over until it's over. He asked them to stay sharp out there and to keep fighting. If we lose this, it's on us, he said. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks. Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
No room for error.
Leonard against Banchero.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Suggs finds Wagner. Banchero. Second chance shot. It's in!
He better get used to these late game scenarios. Banchero getting a nice taste of it right there.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
Stand up and make some noise.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Leonard. And it's Wagner with the rebound.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
There's 14 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
At the line for two, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Putting both at the line. It's a 3-point game.
Yeah, at this point, they're going to have to go for the 3 and try to force OT.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get it quick.
Let's see it. Fans are trying to get up and get wild.
Here's Powell. It falls! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him to clean look.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Two shots.
And no good as the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that will put them up by 2. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
At the line for the Clippers, Kwai. 2 shots.
It's the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. So he gets them both.
You can't have any more pressure on you than he had at the line right there. Shows you what he's made up as he's able to tie it up.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now.
Get loud, fans. On the court is your hype squad. All right, Magic fans. Here we are. The T-shirt. Come on, fans. Stand up. Make some noise.
Here's Suggs. Oh, it's no good. And we're headed to overtime. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. Sliding in at the wing, you'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. And it's Suggs in at point. And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page.
Wow, it's the 407. And the Clippers were almost there.
Leonard against Banchero. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on. Well, what I want to know, where is the communication defensively?
Well, I can tell you, this kind of defense will drive coaches crazy.
Now, here's Banchero. Pass to Carter. Here's Suggs. It's good, and he has brought them to within 2 points.
Strong move by Suggs inside, not allowing the contact to hold him back.
And they commit an intentional foul. See another one of those so they can get into the penalty. And so they foul intentionally.
Continuous Caldwell Pope. Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Clippers, Chris Dunn, taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Yeah, clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick one.
Get up and get loud.
19 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Here's Banchero. Rebound by the Clippers. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Third personal foul. Full team foul. At the line for the Clippers, James Harden. 2 shots.
Drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
No one near Banchero as he lets it go. Another miss by Orlando. So the Clippers with the win. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much.
All right, David, thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. With Stan Van Gundy.
Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Barry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce. Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Risache in at the 3 slot. And for San Antonio, at forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5 spot. A battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Graham.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
Outside Barnes. Back to Fox. Grant, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what an exciting player.
That he is, and just now entering the prime years of his career. We've seen him make great strides the last few years, and it's scary trying to think just how much he can still improve.
Free throw's good for Fox. The confidence that Fox has shown in his shot has skyrocketed the last few years, Brent.
Yeah, the combination, BA, sometimes of you working on your 3 to gain confidence, but the coaching staff also telling you, go ahead and shoot that shot. I think those things have played out for De'Aaron Fox. Look, he can be streaky, but the fact that he's willing to take it is elevating his play.
Now here's Young. From downtown, Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Fox against Young. And it's Fox missing. 20 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Daniels passes to Young. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Tie game in San Antonio. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. What do you guys think about San Antonio here in this one?
Attacking relentlessly, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the stripe.
Yeah, they were going right at the opponent here and forcing their hand. I mean, like literally making them foul them.
And Young has got the ball here for the Atlanta Hawks. At forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle, and it's Wembanyama in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Now here's Vassell. Out to the wing. Here's Fox. Yes, sir! Fox finishing.
Becoming more confident and a little bit more poised in terms of how he scores is De'Aaron Fox.
Pass to Daniels. Now Okongwu. Johnson with it. The shot no good. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. Three-pointer, Fox. Here's Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down hard.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. San Antonio on top, up 4. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Thanks. I'm here with Spurs head coach Greg Popovich. Coach, how do you get this team playing so efficiently at the offensive end?
I beg my butt off constantly. It's embarrassing.
At least the begging's paying off, though. Good luck in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. And here's Young. And the Hawks looking at who they've got. Risache and Johnson, they're the forwards. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Okongwu in at the center position, locking down the middle. Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams, but Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys, and he hasn't really had that.
And the first one at the line is good. And you look at the history of the Hawks. Brent, they've won one NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, B.A., tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era. He's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
Barnes, no good.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, B.A.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. Pass to Fox. Here's the pick. To the wing, right side. Clock at 6. Here's Wembanyama. Out of bounds. Atlanta will have it. Young looking around. Over Fox. A nice shot by Young. Young's got 4 points this quarter. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. Atlanta on top. They lead by 2. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. At forward, we'll see Vassell slot in next to Barnes. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle, and it's Wembanyama in at the 5. That's the San Antonio 5.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys.
It's time to fire off some T-shirts from the Lavin section. It's one. Who wants one?
Well, Quinn Snyder had some words for his team over the break. This might be a close late game, but don't tell Coach. They were cool as a cucumber in the huddle, and I think that resonates with their players. We'll see if that approach works. Brian?
Allie, thank you. With the floater. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, you really want to stay down on any kind of fake like that, so Trae Young does a nice job of coaxing the defense.
At the line for 2.
Ooh, he knocks down the clutch free throw. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Just incredible confidence at the free throw line. That is how you win close games.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Antonio with the ball. 2-point game. Inside. Out to Fox. Oh, he nails it! And he's tied it up! What a shot!
Oh, Fox doesn't shy away from important possessions. He wants to be the man for this team.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. 26 seconds left in the game. Fox against Young. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 5. Over to the left wing. And here's a Kongwu for 3. No good from three-point range. Time expires. We're going to overtime. And we'll be back with you shortly. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. So Atlanta will get the first possession. And so they'll have the first offensive opportunity here as we begin overtime. Johnson at the 4 with a Kongwu at the 5. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Risache in at small forward. Here's Daniels.
With great mobility and the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8-foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here.
Our promo team is looking to throw out some T-shirts to the loudest sections. Come on, man. Stand up and make some noise.
There's Young with the 3 and knocks down the 3.
Well, Trae Young's dangerous because he's got that confidence and he's ready to shoot anytime he gets it.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
But there's enough time on the clock to go for a 2-for-1.
Pass to Barnes. Fires for 3. Johnson with the defensive effort.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Young. And he sinks it.
Embracing the big moment is Trae Young.
And Greg Popovich has called timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here.
Now on the court is your house squad. Get loud and let them hear it. It's time for T-shirts.
And San Antonio has possession, trailing by 5. Here's Fox. Wembanyama. Oh, Wemby! The putback!
No fear in this young man. We're already getting a sense of Wembanyama's killer instinct.
And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
And so they foul intentionally.
De'Aaron Fox. Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Hawks. Trey Young. 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he does get the second one. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. 16 seconds left in overtime. Pass to Barnes. Shoots over Johnson. Barnes, no good. And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Devin Vassell. First personal foul. Third team foul. Shooting for Atlanta. Reza Shea. Taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that puts him up 5. And so he drops them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game, and he's coming through.
Fox, the pass to Barnes. Over Johnson. And count it.
This is when you need a defensive presence. It's just not happening.
I'm looking out there trying to find one guy at least interested in playing defense. Not that last possession.
So it's a narrow victory for the Hawks, pulling it out for the W. They escape with the W, even though they needed a few extra minutes to pull it off.
And both teams gave their all. But when it came down to overtime, it was about who had more determination.
All right, let's send it down to Allie LaForce, who's with our player of the game.
Trey, this is a young team. Talk about the chemistry and the connection and how you play together.
If you're around us outside of the locker room, you can tell why we support each other so well.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Coming up next, the 76ers taking on the Bucks. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the goal is to get better each and every time they take the floor, continuing to build their chemistry and connection, the unspoken bond that yields victory. Bucks, Sixers. We'll be right back after this. It's time for the NBA. Live on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. They've got Embiid. Paul George is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the two-guard spot. And for Milwaukee, the post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Trent's out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the 3 slot. Greg, we're sure to see a lot of quality basketball here tonight, given the veteran talent on both sides.
Yeah, tremendously high IQs from both teams, so expect a clean game. And some of these players have been through it all in this league.
Now, here's Kuzma. Prince wide open. No good on the three.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
To the inside, here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
Dropping the hammer. That's why Embiid looks to get deep inside position.
And Lillard kicks to Lopez. Prince looking around. Lillard from outside. A three-pointer is right on target.
Boy, Lopez hunkered down and anchored in on that pick.
George against Kuzma. Pulls it from the elbow. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Stepping in from the line, George. Very good and capable from mid-range.
Antetokounmpo against Oubre. Kicks it out to Lillard. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. Lillard's got 6.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Bucks lead by 2. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
Here's Maxey. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Prince, and it's Kuzma in at the 3 spot. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with. Now, here's Oubre. Shot clock at 6. Maxey sinks the triple.
Zero hesitation, Maxey. Great confidence in his mechanics and his work.
Lillard the pass to Lopez. There's the lob at Antetokounmpo. Oubre with the steal. Grimes with the bucket.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Giannis. Pass to Kuzma. Giannis sets a screen for Kuzma. Giannis' screen on George. Launches it. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Tie game in Milwaukee. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
9. Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot. Too bad. Let's hear it for our contestants.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. Joel Embiid out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then it's George. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Antetokounmpo's got the lead up to 2 now for the Bucks. Kuzma against George. Launches a 3. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Here's Lillard. He has 6. Back to Giannis. Rebound by the 76ers.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Bucks ahead, up by 2. And do not go away as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Torian Prince is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Kuzma in at the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Let's go. The short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, during the last timeout, I listened to Nick Nurse talk to his team. And he begged them, don't give up. He told his guys 1 possession at a time. Let's go out there and do what we talked about. That's how we get back into this one. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Maxey. Rebound, Milwaukee.
You know, no wonder he's been off the mark. I think he's been a little bit too much in the background, uninvolved so far tonight.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Tyrese Maxey. First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for 2. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
We got this. Take a break. 2 shots. Gotta get it. Big rebound. Let's get it. Pinch here. Here. We got this.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Yeah, showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
Here's Maxey. Good! And now they trail by just 4.
Maxey, an exciting player to watch, so unpredictably hard to guard.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Tyrese Maxey. Second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for Milwaukee, Damian Lillard. Taking 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he does get the second one. And that puts them up by 5. Here's Maxey. What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now.
Get loud, fans. On the court is your hype squad. And the loudest section gets a free.
Seven-second difference, shot and game clock. Pass to Embiid. Over Lopez. Embiid, no good. And they go to the intentional foul.
Joel Embiid. First personal foul. Fourth team foul. At the line for the Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And the second of 2 is good. That increases their lead to 6. Maxey kicks to Oubre. The 76ers again can't hit it, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul. 15 foul. At the line for the Bucks, Taurean Prince. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. And so the Bucks take the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And now, let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Giannis, some early struggles, but what got you going?
Just trust myself. Just have confidence in myself. And that's what my teammates want me to do. They want me to stay aggressive. They want me to make the right play. And that's what I'm going to be doing. Sometimes you have a bad game, and you let your teammates down, but at the end of the day, you got to pick it up because your teammates need you. And I'm going to be here for my teammates all day long.
Well, you were certainly there down the stretch, man. Congrats. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you later.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. Brian Anderson here. With me, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Joining us courtside is Allie LaForce. Let's check out Sacramento. Starting lineup. The duo inside. It's Murray and Sabonis. Then it's DeMar DeRozan. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Ellis in at the point. And for Memphis, manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bane. Jackson out there with Edey, and it's Wells in at the three, the small forward. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Here's Morant to the left side wing. Wells, the pass to Jackson. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Just muscling it home from there. Jackson is no stranger to having to work over strong defense.
His first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Memphis, Jaren Jackson Jr. One shot.
Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility, but I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it, as long as it helps his team get the win.
Now here's Murray. Pass to LaVine. Kicks it to DeRozan. And it's good. Credit LaVine with the assist.
Yeah, out of the corner, DeRozan finding the open space on the floor.
Here's Edey. Now Bane. Morant surveying the floor. Ellis with a rebound.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Pass to DeRozan. With one on the clock. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. It's a tie game in Memphis. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
You could really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Taking a look at Sacramento, DeRozan and Murray in at the forward spots. Then there's Zach LaVine, then it's Domantas Sabonis, and it's Ellis in at the point guard position. Pass to DeRozan, takes a three. Again, the miss by DeRozan. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
And so DeRozan will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Here's Ellis. Back to DeRozan. DeMar working the lane.
The closer DeRozan gets, the more dangerous he is. That's fantastic work inside.
DeRozan's gone 2 of 4 so far tonight. Here's Morant. Blocked. Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession. And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
There's 14 seconds left in the first half of this game. Tough points from Ja.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Memphis ahead, up 2. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the third half-court shot. Drum roll. They're measuring up the shot. One more time around the ball for our contestant.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Now here's Levine. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Moran and Bain. Edey out there with Jackson, and it's Wells in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And it's DeRozan missing.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Here's Wells, defended by DeRozan. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. And Richard, throughout his career, DeMar DeRozan has such an easy time finding ways to score.
He knows how to get to his spots on the floor, BA. You have to do your work early against DeRozan because he is a midi master. If you let him move freely, he will J you to death.
Free throws off from DeRozan. Richard, for years, the Grizzlies' team motto was grit and grind. You think that shifted?
They're a little bit flashier now, but they still have that underdog spirit. That's what grit and grind is about. They're always out to prove themselves.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
The 3 from Bain. Drills it from deep. Bain's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Grizzlies out in front, up by 3. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And it's Morant with the ball for the Grizzlies. It's a 3-point game. And so in the game for the Kings, the duo inside. It's Murray and Sabonis. Then it's DeMar DeRozan. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Ellis in at the 1 spot. Here's Ellis. From the baseline. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
Putting that 7'5" wingspan to use. Jackson with great timing on the rejection.
The Kings call timeout. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
With the time left, I think they've got to be looking for a quick shot here.
Get down, man. On the court, these are a high spot. And fans, loudest fans in the building, get a free t-shirt.
had a clear message for his team. He said, quote, "Let's finish the job out there. It's ours for the taking if we can just get it done." So it sounds like he's hoping they can close out this game strong, guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. DeRozan outside. Off target from three-point range.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
Payne, pass to Wells. Here's Edey. Outside Morant. Oh, there's the alley. Alley-oop up top, hammer it home.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Timeout call, Sacramento. There's 18 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
They're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
Yeah, no time to waste. They basically have to execute things perfectly from here on out.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Ellis. Puts up a deep three. Again, the miss by the Kings. And now we've got an intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Nine seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Second team foul. At the line for your Grizzlies, Josh Morant. 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that increases the lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. Murray's shot is good.
And I understand we're seeing some potent offense, but you have to put up more of a fight defensively.
Shoot, this defense is giving me hope. The way I look, I can sign a 10-game deal with these numbers in this squad.
And so it's the Grizzlies who come out on top here. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
You get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game. They overcame every one.
And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.